साधु साधु साधु। नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dharma friends, we are born into this human world due to our previously collected good and bad karma. Human life is included with both. It's not just only a result of good karma. As we know, in our human life or in life, we find happiness. We find suffering also. We have success and sometimes we fail also. We win, we lose. These things to gain and loss, these things is a part of our life. This will be with each being as long as they are going through this samsara. So everyone has to face these things. Praise, someone will say good things about you, and someone will say bad things about you too. That we cannot avoid. Buddha called these things, these 8 things is called Loka Dharma. Loka Dharma. So that is the nature. So Buddha says, when happiness comes, in that time, if we forget that there is suffering also, what will happen? We will just be drowned in happiness and we will neglect that there is suffering also coming us. When someone is suffering and that person drowned in suffering, just everything is finished, nothing to do there. If someone feels that, then also the person lose the importance of that life is there. So if someone make balance in their life, when happiness comes, does not just go crazy. When suffering comes, does not go crazy and lives in balance, such a person can utilize these both times, happiness and suffering also, for his own advantage. When the person is happy, he can do more good things, collect more good karma. If someone is go crazy with happiness, like, oh, nothing can stop me anymore, then that person will use for some other things than collecting good karma. In suffering, oh, everything is befallen on me. What is the reason to? What should I do? There is nothing to do for me. Something people thinks like that. But the wise person utilize these both things, happiness and suffering. In the lost or when we gain something, all these things we can utilize in our advantage as collecting the good karma. Then the result will be there. Today, we're going to learn one sutta is called Vaṇijjasutta. We have done maybe, or you have heard before. We find people in this world that whatever they starts, like in the beginning, someone start their business or someone starts their construction or their life journey, whenever they starts, they do not get the expected result. Sometimes they starts and they fail, whatever in their book. So many good things we want to do and we begin, but we are unable to success. Sometimes we begin and we are unable to achieve the goal what or target what we have hoped for. Then what is the reason behind that? So most of time we write down the drawbacks. Oh, this was my mistake, or this was the things, or we usually just say that this was not suitable time. Buddha, the supreme teacher, the teacher of gods and humans, give us another reason for such a thing. Let's see what the Buddha explained in this Vaṇijjasutta. This sutta is also in Savatthi. Athako ayasma sariputto yena bhagava devupa sankami. On one occasion, Bhante Sariputta, the chief disciple of Supreme Buddha, he arrives where the Supreme Buddha was dwelling. Upasankamitva bhagavantang abhivaditva ekamantang nisidi. So, Sariputta Bhante came, he worshipped Buddha, and then he sat down one side. Ekamantang nisinnoho ayasma sariputto bhagavantang etada vocha. Sitting one side, Sariputta Bhante said to the Supreme Buddha, what he said? Konuko bhante hetu kopacchayo yena midhe kachas tadisava vaṇijja payutta chedagamini hoti. What he said? Sir, what is the cause and what is the reason why for different people some kind of business undertaking might fail while another doesn't first thing is why they fail. Chedagamino. Konuko bhante ko pachayo yena midhe kachas tadisava vaṇijja payutta na yatha dhipaya hoti. And while another doesn't meet expectations. So, what does Sariputta Bhante ask? That there are people, they start their business. So, the sum of them, what happened with them? Chedagamini. It means they destroy their business, means they cannot continue. They cannot keep their business running for a long time. You know, and we see that a lot of people, they do the startups and not all the startups are successful. And then we give, okay, the market research wasn't complete or certain things is not happening. For this business also, we can say our own growth also, like building a house, especially in these countries, or we are planning for a long time. Or I want to buy my own house. Now I'm renting some place. But whenever they try to gain their own home, there are a lot of obstacles. A lot of things are there. They are unable to achieve what they want. So, Chedagamini, they always fail. Like some of the time, their deal may not go further. Some of the time, the mortgage is not available. or we are unable to pay, those things can happen also. So the first thing Sariputta Bhante asked, what is the reason that some people begin the business and they are unable to keep it continue? Second question he asked, what is the reason and cause behind that some people start the business and what they are expecting from it, like a same business, another person doing same business, but he's collecting a lot profit than what he expected. And compared to that, this person is not gaining, or he has spent a lot of money in that, and he was thinking, oh, within a 1 year, I can recover everything. But for him, it takes more than 5. Business is running, it is continuing, but unable to get successful or profit. So what is the reason behind that? Na yatha dipaya hoti. What we were expecting, it is not, we are getting it. Third question Sariputta Bhante asked, Konu ko bhante ko pachayo yena mide kachasa tadisava vanijja payutta yathadipaya hoti. There are, what is the reason? What is the cause behind that there are some people who start the business and what they were expecting, that much they are getting. Like someone was thinking, I invest like a $1 million in it, and I should achieve 1.5. So that will be the 5% or 50. It will be profit. So that was his expectation. And exactly that amount from that business he is gaining back. That much exactly what he was expected. So we can say his business is running smoothly. You know? Fourth question Sariputta Bhante asked, Konu ko bhante ko pachayo yena midekachas tadisava vanijja payutta paradhipaya hoti. Some of the, what is the reason, what is the cause behind that some people start their business and they gain success unimaginable, beyond their expectation. Like someone began with a very small amount of it, and within a year or within a short time of period, they multiply their business. They gain that much of profit with the one small startup. What is the reason? What is the cause behind that? As for in the world, we found these people. We find, and sometimes we also relate. We also sometimes say, oh, I was also expecting to do these things, but I failed. I wasn't unable, I was not capable, or I wasn't able to do that business continuously. And we give a lot of excuses. But Supreme Buddha has mentioned one of the things, and that is very important that we should learn from the today's class. What is it? Ida Sariputta Ekacho samanangva brahmanangva upasankamitva pavareti. If here any Venerable Sariputta, someone, what happened? Some person, any person, Ekacho, any human being, what he do? He visited Samana Brahmana or ascetics or monks. Okay. And going there, what he do? He said to them, he made a promise to them. What he said? Vadatu bante pachayenati. Bante, what you expect, what you needed, what you required, let us know. Then, Bante, what you need. Like today also, when we visit monasteries, we go to monks or a chief abbot and we ask, Bante, Is there any necessary thing? What can I do? Or whatever in my hand, I will do something like that. They make promise. Like previously, in couple of years back, our Toronto monastery was building a huge grand hall, for the meditation and practices. So before that, before all the construction began, lot of people had promised to the Bhante, oh Bhante, we will do this, we will do that. You know, as you are part of monastery, you may have no. So same thing. These people, what they do, they go to the monastery and time to time they ask, Bhante, anything is required from me. Please ask us. Please let us know, and we will do that thing. So yena pavareti tang na deti. So what they have promised, they did not fulfill that. Like someone said, Bhante, I will bring these certain things for you to use, and they forget. They do not complete their promise. What happened? Maybe they have forget. Maybe their mind has changed. Maybe their faith has changed. Sometimes we maybe begin our journey of human life with a different religion, and with the time, as a maturity comes, we come to embrace Buddhism. But before that, we may have made several promises to several ascetics or different persons. And then we said, oh, there is no requirement anymore to do that. So when we made a promise and when we do not complete it, what happened? Sote tato chuto ittatam agachati. So this person, when he passed away, and then when he come back to the human world, after the person passed away and come back, as this karma that after promising does not keep his promise, that karma, when it is right, and he come back to the human world, so Yajnadeva Vaṇijjam Payojeti, whenever he thinks that I want to start this business, when he made the certain skills, Sasahoti Chedagamini, this business does not does not run smoothly. It fails. Whatever the business they undertake fails. And what was the reason? That does not fulfilling their promise, does not completing their promise. So make a promise to yourself. What is it? That whenever I promise something to someone, I will try my best to complete it. If you change your mind, just to go there humbly, ask them, I am unable, I am incapable at this moment to do this thing. And you can ask forgiveness, then it's okay. But when you promise, because the another person, another side of that promise, this person is expecting from you that this kind of help you will offer. And because of your hope, because of your promise, this person, the ascetic or Brahmin or monks, they have made their plan to complete their task. Once you fail, that task cannot be completed. So make a promise to yourself that never you're going to promise something and neglect your promise. That is not good for us, because of that we cannot succeed in our life. Or if we start business, if we join any others offices also, we cannot stay there longer. You may have noticed there are a lot of people, and they always complain. From this office, I resign. From that office, they leave over to me. So many things. They cannot continuously keep their job. And we may say that recession is there or that, or that person's behavior may be different. He is the one who is irritating. No, that may be the one part, but another part in the life, they did not uphold their words. What they have promised, they did not done. So that is the first thing. Sasahoti Chedagamini. They are, because of that, that is, they are fake. Second thing, Supreme Buddha said, uh, I hope that it's very easier explanation. Okay. Second thing Buddha says, Idapana Sariputta, Venerable Sariputta, Ekacho Samanangva Brahmanangva Upasankamitva Pavareti Vadatu Bante Pachayenati. What he said, Sariputta, there are some person who goes to the or take a cause where someone goes to an ascetic or Brahmin and invites them to ask for what they need. So as they go and they say, Bante, what is requirement? Or whenever you want, just ask me, just call me, and I will complete that. But what happened? So yena pavareti tanna yatha dipayan deti. So as this person was expecting, like a ascetic or Brahmin or monk, what they were expecting, okay, I will go to the Linda because Linda has asked me, okay, Bante, whatever required, please provide us. Or go to the Ashan or go to the Harry. And what they say, okay, Bante, what you need, please ask me. And once the time comes when person asks, okay, can you do Ashan this? And then he said, I will do. He's okay. But what the Bante was expecting, he was not giving that much. He was not donating that much. He was not giving time that much. So the Bante's expectation, okay, the Ashan will stay here for 12 hours. And then Ashan did completed only 4 hours. He said only 4 hours. What happened? Other 6 hours of time, or 8 hours of time. Bante has to take someone else's help. So what is that thing when happened? When we complete, we help, we donate that much, or we if when we are promised, we do, but not in the quantity what the another person was expecting, or what was your strength. Like someone has a lot of huge empire, and someone asked, there is one story called the Bilala Padaka in Dhammapada, you know. So in Bilala Padaka story, that happens. One young guy, what he do? He invites the Supreme Buddha, and Supreme Buddha accept his invitation. See, this young person is not much wealthy, but he thought, I will go to the entire city or his own town, and then he will collect what they can do, and then he will prepare the food and he will share all the meat with this all people. They will be the part of this generosity. So he goes to every house, every house, and people were donating because Buddha was coming. So in that city, there is a one person, the rich, wealthy merchant. He was staying also there. What when this young boy or young man, when he goes there, initially in his mind, what it comes? If you are unable to do, why did you invite Buddha? Second thing it comes, okay, I'm not going to give it to this much. Doesn't matter how much he was wanting. So what he do? This young man was hoping that this merchant will give a huge portion of the food. So it will be very easier. But he was he was against of this person or maybe something. He take his 3 finger or he make a pinch, and with that, he take the rice or grain and he give it. Little bit of flour, it give it with the pinch, So this much pinch. So sometimes it may create the mark like a cat food. Maybe Joy know very well how the cat uh, the foot marks are because she has. So it looks like that he has taken like this and he has given. So Bilal Padaka, the footprint of cat, that much of amount as he has given. This person was hoping that this merchant will provide a lot, but did not. Same thing when someone do, what happened? Buddha says, when someone doesn't give what they are expected, soche tato chuto ittattam agachati. Once after the passing away, when their karma is ripe, when they come back to the human world, so yanyateva vanijjang payojeti sasana hoti yathadipayati. When they begin their business, when they start something, they will not succeed as much they were hoping for. Like there are some of the startups, they said they made a huge plan, okay, this is the construction, this is the thing, uh, this is the I'm planning to do, this will be the publicity, and this will be the profit. So they are making the plan for 1 month. And what happened? They start their business, the manufacturing, everything is good. The publicity is good. And some maybe little bit of time, their goods or their business is not running smoothly. Even every effort is done there. It's not smooth. It's not giving the fruit as they expected. That happens. Sasa hoti yathadip. Sasa na hoti yathadipayati. They will not take as much they are think for their hope for. So, that Bilal Padaka, he also thought something like that. And once the offering was done, he thought that this young man will blame me, will say my name in the wrong way. So he went there where the Buddha was offering the food. And he said, if this young man does not offer or does say something bad that this Bilal Padaka has given something like this, I will kill him in that. But this young man was very wise. He was a really disciple of Buddha. What he did, he said, Bante, in this food, there are people who has offered a lot amount in a lot. Some people has given a very small amount. So I like that Bante offer this all the merit equally, each and everyone who will participate in this. Doesn't matter how much they have given. So this merchant Bilal Padak was very happy. In that moment, he went refuge to the Buddha. He embraced this young man, he made a friend of him, something. So, see, this thing happened. If you want to successful in your life, what you should do, how much your strength and what the people think, what they hope from you, always try to do that thing. Third question, what the Sariputta Bhante asked, Bhante, why the people, what is the cause and reason behind that when they start their business, they are successful. What they were expecting, they were gaining that. The Buddha explained to him, what's it? Ida Sariputta ekacho samanangva brahmanangva upasankamitva pavareti. Here, any ascetic, any person goes to the ascetic or someone brahmana or monks. After going there, they ask, Vadatu Bhante Pachenati Bhante, whatever you require, please ask us. We will try to complete that. We will be helpful. So yena pavareti tang yadhadipayadeti. What they have promised, they fulfill. What they have done, what they did, Bhante, I will offer you this much. And exactly that amount, they give it to them. Because of what they were expecting and what his strength was. He has offered that much, precise amount of that he has offered because of this karma, because of this good action. Sochi tato chuto ittatam agachati. After passing away, when they come back to the human world on that time, so yanyadeva vanijjang payojeti, whenever they plan to start up their business, when they started, on that time, sasahoti adadipaya, at that time, they gain the or they meet their expectation, you know, what they have done. Oh, that much. Yes. I wanted 1.5 million profit of that, and exactly that much profit they will gain, not more than that, or not less than that also. What they have expected, they will take. You know, there are a lot of people in this musical industry. So they made great music, but they are not successful, everyone. Some of them are. Some, they hit the target. Okay, that much I was hoping, and I did. So in the music industry, or in the acting, or in the, as a businessman, or any startup, you can utilize this example everywhere. So they remember, as when you promise something, or when we promise something to someone, especially Sramana Brahmana, the ascetics, because they are dependent on the society. They cannot go for the work. They cannot do. So they are dependent entirely on you. So their plannings or their propagation of Dhamma or their practices is based on, okay, this Upasaka has promised me to do this, and he will do. Based on that, they are planned to. Once we fulfill that, their practice continues. If there, if no one do that thing, then so when you fulfill someone's wish, when you promise and you give that much, you will meet expectation, what you were hoping for. You will complete that task. That happened. Fourth question, why some people gain beyond their expectation? And Buddha gave the answer for that one. Buddha says, Idasariputta, ekacho samanangva brahmanangva upasankamitva pavariti. Here, Sariputta, someone, this is a cause where someone goes to the ascetic and Brahman and invites them to ask for what they need. They say, Bhante, what you need? If you need the shelter, I will provide that. You know, there are a lot of people. They say, Bhante, we will offer food. And they forget to offer the food in certain time. Or they will offer, Bhante, I will go with you. I will travel with you. I will provide this. And so once they are promised, what happened? Vadatu Bhante, please let me know, Bhante, what you require, what you need. So yena pavareti tang paradipayam deti. What happened? What they were promised, they give it beyond that. Like someone has promised, Bhante, I will offer a $1 for this certain cause. So when he is offering, he gives the $5. So one he promised, and how much he's giving? 5. One he promised, and if he gave the $2, it is beyond what he has promised. So tang paradipayam, beyond the promises, beyond his strength, you offer that. You know, there are way lot of people in the Buddha's time also. They were very poor, but very faithful. Whenever the time comes, what they do? They give it to the Bhantes. They do not think, oh, what I will do with that. I'm not saying you should do this thing. Neither you will say, oh, Bhante is asking to go bigger, you know, be a bigger, something like, no, not like that. Whatever you are capable, do a little bit more. Once you do, your karma gives result. In what way? soche tato chuto ittattam agachati. After passing away, when they come back to the human world. So Yajnadeva Vaṇijjang Payojeti, whenever they start up their business, whatever they create something, Sasahoti Paradipaya, it take or their business, what happened? It's exceed their expectation, exceed beyond their imagination they gain, you know, sometimes. Or simply, you can utilize these examples for any simple cause also, for your life partner also. You can say, you have expected something. Oh, I want this thing, certain things in my life partner. And you go beyond that. Oh, that is more than what you expect. Something like that. So everything in these four things, all of these four things is because what you were promised, you're fulfilling or not. If you're fulfilling, in what amount, or if you're fulfilling, how much the result is there. So the promise once you made with someone, that promise you should complete. So the Buddha says, Ayanko Sariputta Hetu Ayang Pachayo Sariputta. This is the cause, and this is the reason behind that some people fail in their business. Some people does not meet their expectation in that business. Some people meet their expectation, not but beyond, and some of them, what they exceed their expectations. That is the reason in that. These four reasons. What? So someone promised and does not give as much as he has promised. So what will happen? He will or does not give anything from that. Once someone promised something and does not complete that promise, so their business, their life may be in fail. Sometimes what you promise does not give that much, does not complete your promise. So what happened? Does not meet your expectation. What you are expecting, you will not get that. Beyond, it will be lesser than that. What you have accepted to give, you give that much. Then you will be successful. You will complete your expectation. If you give beyond expectation, you have promised something and you have given beyond that, then there is the beyond result. So, there are a lot of companies you may have seen, like within the last couple of years before it started, and now it has become a huge market. Like simply, you can say the Zoom, or you can say the WhatsApp, or you can say the Instagram. There are a lot of similar platforms, social networking platforms, but they are not all successful. This thing, these particular applications, they have made the market. They have made the market. So same way, they also earning in that amount. So as a devotee, as the practitioners of Buddhism, remember, whenever you do promise, firstly, if you are unable, try to avoid to promise something. If you say, but if you are able, always promise and complete that as much as another person was expecting from you. If it possible to give more than that, then be happy, be rejoice. Oh, I have done something marvelous things. I will be the one. I will gain more than that. Some of person goes and asks from the king, I want something. I want the land to farm. So the king sees how much capability of this person, and he give more land than he acquired. So more land that he had to farm. So more goods will become for him. More benefit will be for him because land is bigger. Same way, when you go to someone and someone promise and give more than that, you are more and more happier. So remember, our success and our loss is not only just of the condition of the market, or not only because of what is the current situation, but there is a reason behind that as a karma also. So be promise yourself that whenever the chance comes, you will always fulfill your promise, what you have made to someone. Second, try to give more than that, what you have promised. Then see the result in your life. Some of the time you can have this thing in this very right life. Some of the time you can gain beyond this your expectation. In very life or in the samsara, we will always have these things. So remember this sutta name is called Vaṇijjasutta. This is from Numerical Discourses, book of 4, and it gives a great lessons for us. Okay, it has a great lesson that whenever you promise something, always complete it. Do not hesitate to do that. I understand that there are some certain times when you are unable. Just humbly go there, ask forgiveness, Bhante, or this time I cannot do, please forgive me. But as soon as I'm capable, I will do it. So you will be the one who is keeping your oath, who is keeping your promise to someone. Because now this world has come to this place that someone promised something and they does not keep that. So remember. Okay, so may this sutta be helpful for all of us to be complete all the promises what we have made it. May this sutta be helpful for all of us to be a son and daughter of Supreme Buddha. May this sutta be helpful for all of us to develop the confidence in Supreme Buddha and realize the 4 noble truths in the Gautama Buddha and his civilization. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have a couple of minutes. We can talk. Any questions is there? We can discuss on that.
Very nice sutta about business. Yes, very clear what Buddha shared with us. Now, my question is, why is it there are people who are able to do or to run a business, okay, but then most people cannot, and then have to work for another people. So let's say, like me, I just have to work for a company all my life, and I don't have the chance or the guts to take the risk to open my own company. So, is there a reason for that, Bante? Thank you.
Some of the time our nature, some of the time the karma, and some of the time the responsibility also becomes obstacles for that to start about. Because if we take risk and the fear of failure, what will happen to our family? We think so. Many people think that. Now, this last couple of days, I'm constantly persuading couple of friends or couple of our devotees here to start up the business. I said, okay, I will help. Initially, small things I will do, but like it's very hard for them to make that mind, because first business has failed. But there is a one guy here also, he failed 3 times in business, and now at this moment he's doing well. The third business, he started the printing press on the cloth. There is different flowers and different engravings in the cotton cloth that we find. So he started their printing press, the huge printing press on the cloth. So now it is successful. So 3 times he take risk. So he has went bankrupt for a couple of times and still he's doing. So that strength is also required. He's very good with, he's talked with Guru Bhante a lot of times, and every time when he comes, even he had an accident also. He lost his one right hand, but now he has successful. So sometimes some karma may be the obstacle, but sometimes some karma also give result. It is that once if you don't start, you will never have that chance. So be a KFC guy, Kentucky guy, the older person in the close to retirement, he has started and he built a huge empire. So Harry can do the same thing, but you don't have to do the chicken one. You can do something else.
So Bante, based on Bante's example of your friend, started of 1 2 3 businesses that failed, and then later
Yeah,
on he tried the fourth time and then became very successful. So
yeah,
based on the sutta wherein Buddha explained about the failure, but then
yes,
suddenly there is success. So
yes.
how do we explain when it comes to his previous karma?
Yeah. So previously he may have said so many promises and never uplifted it. But later on, when he is
Okay.
more mature, like when we are in early age, when we are starting up, that time we said, okay, I will do, I will do, I will do, and initially we forget. But as we get much older, as we get more mature, then we understand, okay, and then we start to do those things, like you know. So same thing he may have done.
Okay.
He may have completed those tasks later on. So earlier promises what he had made, he did not completed that, and because of that, he was in loss. But later on, when he has developed, that karma is also. I think because of he has connected to our Guru Bhante, because of his blessing, and those are also was helpful for him to complete his expectation. That also is the part of that. So when you stay with the Kalyanamitas, your mind is more pure, more harmonious, and what we can say, lean toward Dhamma more. So the good karma you have done in various lives. These are all coming in that moment to help you, because that's why we call when the Kalyan Mitta is there, you can go a little bit beyond the expectations. So he may have completed on that time. He is not doing well. He's doing as he is expecting is now. Maybe one day he may. So that is also karma gives result.